What up, what up? It's Chief Kaseek Ortiz.
Tyrant333, and this is Figure It the Fuck Out.
Wireless.
On the couch, back at it. And we got another one for you today.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, as you can see, we don't got big ass mics in front of our face right now.
Right.
That's something different. And that's part of the Figure It the Fuck Out, I guess, evolution of things. We're gonna see how the audio looks, how it feels, but right now I'm liking the free flow, and I'm liking to sit my black ass back on the couch right
relaxing.
now. So
feels kind of cool.
You know, it could be a good little ripple development. You could, with this type of environment, we could end up doing an episode possibly anywhere.
Yeah.
Possibilities are endless.
Yeah, especially with the features on here that make it so it's like the noise cancellation on it. I've seen a few videos on it. It's like that shit is super duper fire. I have, you know, tried to play with it with my AC running. It seems that if like there's an AC running, there's like, it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of all up in the audio.
Yeah.
But.
And I asked that question off camera, I asked it on camera. With these mics, is there some type of like noise cancellation feature and stuff like that that comes with it?
Yeah, these Hollyland Lark M2, I should honestly do a review on them because they're actually real fire, but they do have a noise cancellation. And they also come with an app. So inside the app, you can actually choose if you want the noise cancellation to be weak or strong. It would be cool if they add like a medium feature. It'd be kind of cool too if I could like add like a compression feature to it. They already sound good as is, but I mainly want to try this shit out directly right onto the to the camera, see if the audio actually splits, because we're both talking in two different microphones. So I don't know how much my voice is bleeding onto his microphone or how much his voice is bleeding onto my microphone. But if it happens to record the audio in separate channels, like here's a mono channel for you and a mono channel for me, and gives me my room to edit, then we don't really need to, we can still use the microphones, but we won't really need to. We'll be able to get up, move around, do shit with people if we really wanted to. Or have the conversation with each other and actually have the conversation with each other and not be like, well, I gotta keep my mouth facing.
Yeah,
you know?
It get a little Krampus and shit.
Yeah. Especially my lower back. You see me stretching out in the videos like, oh, shit.
You see me almost fall off the couch and all types of shit. Kick the mic over, my foot like this. I'm like, what the fuck, dog?
So I guess this is technically the episode, you know? We're just figuring it the fuck out, really, and seeing if the shit works. And if it works, we'll post it.
I think it already works.
Right.
Like, it all works. It all goes.
Right.
You know, figure it the fuck out. It's genius. Like, one day, how did we come up with that name again?
I figured it. I came up.
Figured it the fuck out.
I came up with a name because I was like, yo, I'm constantly trying to just figure shit out, and then I kept hearing other people saying "fail forward" and "figure things out." You'll learn it, and I'm just like, this is figure it the fuck out. Whether we're talking about music, marketing, we're trying to figure it out. In the meantime, when nothing's going on, me and you could easily sit down, have a conversation with each other, just to have the content's sake. Because every conversation that we have is usually a good conversation. It's not really, you know. A terrible conversation was like nobody's gonna be interested in. We're probably thinking just like other people are thinking, but they don't have anybody to talk to about it. So
yeah,
we're like the outlet of being able to hear a different perspective on it and touching on that.
You know what? You actually got me in the mood to speak on something right now. So
fuck it, run it. I can kick my feet up, right?
There's one question I actually. Okay. So this is what I'm just gonna say real quick. Artists, entrepreneurs, everybody out there that could be watching, take yourself fucking seriously. And I've said this in previous episodes, but you gotta speak about what you do as much as you possibly can. And put the bullshit at a minimum and the business to the forefront. You know what's sparking me saying this? I actually saw a post by one of these artists out here. We've worked with him. He's been in Midas Minds before. AV8, Ascensio.
Okay.
He had posted on his page the other day, out of nowhere. See, we're gonna see if these mics work with that going.
Facts.
But he posted on his page the other day. He was like, you know what? I be seeing artists post more memes than they be posting about their actual music, and then wondering why no opportunities are coming from their music.
Right.
What's happening with their music?
They became a fan of you making them laugh
They became a Facebook comedian or something.
Right.
And we've talked about that personally of like, it's when you go down that route of being the funny guy, the comedian, it's like you get known for that.
The people almost box you in.
Yeah, once you get into that comedian route or that role, you can't really get yourself out of it.
Whatever the role is. I mean, I've even expressed that to you. I was like, yo, on my page, I have my little morning gems, but then like I'm constantly posting the podcast. I almost feel like I'm oversaturating in the sense of the podcast where people might be forgetting or don't even know I do music because they're like, yo, I go on your page and it's just like a good morning, quote post, but then you have, a bunch of podcast shit. And it's like, I'm doing it well, but it's like, I'm not just doing the podcast. I'm an artist doing the podcast. It's not like I'm stopping artistry to focus on podcasts. Like I'm not retiring from music and only doing this. If that happened to happen later on in life, that's what it is. But I'm actually an artist doing the podcast. I came up with the idea, Figure It the Fuck Out, simply because I bumped my head so much in this music shit and I just want to help guide other artists through the, navigate through the industry, navigate through the bullshit, say what experiences I had. That way they can learn from them, from whatever mistake I might have made. And maybe there could be an exchange,
Yeah.
Build that community, that tribe. But AV8's right. Motherfuckers will be posting that shit. I know a few people that actually do that shit, and shout out to them. Like they get real excited because they think they're going viral. Like, yo, I'm about to be the next thing blowing up at a such and such location. But it's like, yo, your meme just got hot.
Yeah, you got hot because it wasn't about your music. It was about something completely unrelated to the music.
You have eyes on you. Maybe those eyes are interested in that type of music, and now you have a chance to turn and convert them into fans of your music.
And that's another thing. Some people I've seen take those situations and be able to convert it the right way into what they wanted to direct it to.
Right.
But that's not as easy to do. It's not easy to do that.
Nah.
Because some people, you will lose a lot of those people or half of them because some of those people just strictly wanted to see you for more of that stuff that they originally saw you for.
I'm a cook, but I got these bracelets. Like, nah, but I really want you to cook though.
Yeah.
Like cool that you do bracelets, bro, but can you show me how to cook? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're making me laugh, bro, like unless you're doing some Marshall Mathers, some shady shit where you're coming up with bars that's making motherfuckers laugh, like that one dude that made content. Damn, I wish I knew his name because I fuck with him. He's a funny dude. But, he'll be in the studio and he'll be like, when the rappers are rapping and it doesn't match, and he'll put on like a ski mask, but he'll be like, talking about like, I got something in my butt. What? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? But like, he does that comedic rap shit, but then he's actually a serious artist. And then even his serious artists, it doesn't gain as much traction because they just love when he goes in the studio and makes content making them laugh.
Yeah, it's when you get to that comedic route, bro. Like a dude, like Kevin Hart, for instance, or any comedian.
Right.
They can come up to us screaming saying, yo, I just got shot. And motherfuckers will be like, Kevin, you didn't just get shot. You're like, you stop playing. Like, because he's so funny. He's funny. Like he's known for being funny. He's like, nah, they really just got shot. Right. And he's like, It does. Like just because you've made that person laugh so many times, anything you say at that point is almost funny.
Right.
Like any of those comedians could just say like, "Oh, my knee hurt." Yo, nigga, stop playing, dog.
Right.
Like,
for real.
Like, it's just they're just known to be so. Once you cross that realm of so funny to a person, it's just like really can't come back.
Yeah.
Unless you start being a fucking straight dickhead. Or something, then it's like, all right, and then that person's not funny no more. But,
I don't know. I think if you're constantly, posting consistently, like for real, and you're introducing everybody that you're building up to, they're gonna like it all. Kind of like how I have that, imposter syndrome, where it's like, I don't know if I want to create a separate channel for me to do Mixed Dojo because I don't want my fans to be like, yo, I liked you for your music. Why are you starting to post you mixing and mastering other people's songs? Like, I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Like I can easily get in my head, like my people don't want to see that. I need to create a new page. But then like fans who are really true Kaseek Ortiz fans are gonna be like, they're gonna love everything I do, whether it's the music, the podcast, the shows, the the mix dojo stuff where I start, showing people how to record, mix, master, and start doing those services to help other creatives and shit like that. I mean, that's what we're doing with Figure It the Fuck Out. And I can almost see where people are thinking like, oh, maybe I stopped doing music and I'm just focused on podcasts because I have so much more podcast clips coming out more than I have music.
That's why, because there's more.
Yeah. But once I turn that, I'm not turning this down. I'm just going to turn that part up.
Another key, though, to that whole thing is relevancy.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing the podcast, but it's still talking about music.
Right.
You're not sitting up here talking about what's the next best sports team or like who has the best haircuts and shit.
Right.
Or doing 20 verse ones, like, like, you versus 20 chicks, like becoming reality TV type bullshit.
Right.
So other people doing something completely irrelevant to what they really are good at or passionate about or really trying to push and then converting that, that's even harder.
Yeah, I'm constantly in service to people.
And it's all music in service too. So it's like when the people are on your page, some of them people might not be there for the engineering, but you can easily just ignore that stuff. But then they're gonna be there, they're gonna stick around and be right there for when you drop records.
Right. No, I'll be able to cultivate that.
Or the podcast, whatever, vice versa, you know?
Right. Or I might do like you did with you have Midas Minds, and even though you're still using Midas Minds, you're still tagging your main profile. I could easily do that too. So it looks like if you want more of that content, maybe you can just go over here.
Yeah.
I'll sprinkle it in here, but if you want more of it, I'll floodgate it over here. I'm not sure. I'm not all the way sure about how I'm going to be handling that situation.
It's a whole funnel, man. It's all leading back because, like, at the end of the day, you are, like I said the other day, you are the brand.
Right.
Kaseek Ortiz is the whole of all that shit. He's the artist. Mixed Dojo, you are Mixed Dojo.
Yeah.
You are your own business.
Right.
So that's the core of it all.
Right.
Once all you're doing is gathering a bunch of people who fuck with you and your brand, and that can really, really, as a tribe, like you say, want to help that grow.
Yeah, facts.
And they see that you're doing all these different things, contributing to the music and independent artist space, hip hop. You gotta love it.
I hope that's what it promotes. We're still figuring it the fuck out. So once I add those ripples into what it is that I'm doing as you are yourself, we're gonna be able to bump our heads and fail forward faster to actually figure it out. Right before we, I actually want to change the audio real quick. So I'm gonna add the noise cancellation feature on.
Let's see what this looks like. This is popping light.
Yours turned green?
Yeah.
Oh,
Green Lantern.
Green. So now me and him are talking. We have both noise cancellation on. So it should kind of block out more outside noise on my microphone as well as his. I'm not sure how much his microphone will bleed on mine or how much mine will, my voice will bleed on his. But what song is that shit?
Felt like I was big pimping right there.
Big pimping. Right? That'd be kind of crazy.
I got a range of motion with this mic over here. I can do some side stretches and shit with this.
You really can. I actually see people be using it for like workout videos. Just have this shit on the neck. And obviously you heard the quality when I sent you the video of me saying like, yo, I'm doing, I'm open for collaborations, offer base. When I did that video, all I did was just put it around my neck and press record and I turned up the volume.
So break that down while we're on camera right now.
What's that?
For the people who didn't see your other video.
Yeah. So.
And they might watch this and didn't see the video. You talking about the collaborations.
Right. So
break that down.
I mean, I've always gotten hit up for collaborations. People are constantly asking me like, how much to do a song and blah, blah. And I never really know what to tell them because honestly, I don't really like to work on records unless I love them. I want to actually be able to hear myself on the record. I'm not just trying to hop on every record because somebody gave me $5,000 to do it. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be an actual collaboration. Like, yo, I love this record. Oh, you love it too? Let's do this shit. But basically, I'm open to collaborating with other artists. So whether you are a producer that has a beat that you want me to get on because you want to collaborate, you could, send them to me. You could send it with an offer, or we can collaborate on that that juncture and make like a 50-50 type of project, whether you want to do a single or EP, but I'll even give you the files, whatever, you can mix it or I can mix it, whatever, we can work something out. And then we release it like a joint project. Or if you're an artist that you just want me to be featured on your song with you, you know what I'm saying? You could go to my link in bio, click that, you'll see a submit feature or a feature request form. You answer a few questions, you send in the song that you want me to get on with the open verse. You send in how much money you're willing to pay for a verse, and then we make shit happen. I make it offer based. There's no set price on it because I want to be able to meet you where you're at and we can make something work, whether it's, you know, on a percentage level, not all the way upfront money costs. If we're doing a project, something that we can actually collaborate on. If we're going to do a video to it, all of that. Like,
yeah,
I want to be open to, I want to be able to allow everybody access to me that wants to have access, as long as it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then I'm not going to do it. But
so it's not a one size fits all model.
yeah, no, definitely not. You know what I'm saying? If you got $5,000, you want to send me $5,000, we can make something work. If you only got, you know, $500 or $350.
Or maybe I got that wrong. Maybe I'm thinking crazy. Maybe it is a one size fits all model.
I guess it depends on how it is that you're kind of viewing it, you know, because
I guess you have options for everybody. Yeah, so I guess it is a one size fits all model because you got options for just about anybody.
That's if I want to take it, you know, just because somebody might have
the pole heads, the fat heads, the bad rappers.
Right. The motherfucking big bag motherfuckers that want to send me a record and it'd be like, yo, here's $5. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? If I love it, you know what I'm saying?
No, throw it out there. Make it abundantly clear.
Yeah. Like,
for the broke.
I don't want the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I tried to offer base, which I wouldn't mind doing back again with the studio, but I'm not doing your fucking recording session for fucking $20 and you wanna somehow come into the studio session with 3 beats crammed into one. So it's like one whole extra long song. And you want me to basically provide 3 different mixes and masters, but for $20. Like, that's not gonna work like that. Not unless you're giving, yeah. Like, don't burn that bridge. You're never gonna get what you can get with me somewhere else. So don't burn that bridge by being like, you know, I'm just, you know, he's gonna fuck himself and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not gonna work. I still have the right, you know what I'm saying? If I see something I don't like, I'm not gonna do it.
And there's gonna be a lot of exciting developments you guys are gonna see over the next couple weeks, whenever you guys are receiving this message and seeing this message. I think, you know, we got some plans to get in different ways to get different people in here. Another thing we're implementing is, I guess I'll break that down now while we're on camera. Fuck it. This will be a piece of the explanation. We're gonna find a way to offer up the space for different crews or teams to use what we have here when we're not happen to be in here recording. If you have your own crew, engineer, producer, and you want to come in here record,
make your beats, do whatever.
We can arrange that. We weren't so open to that over the past 2 years or so, but over these last year and this year, we've evolved and we're thinking about how we can utilize the space, especially when we're on the road. We're doing different things. We're making content. We're very busy, and especially him being our only engineer over here. He's very busy. So he's got a lot of records to do. He's got his own artistry to do. He's got a lot of projects in the tuck. So if you got a good engineer, you feel trusted, come in here and test it out and use some great equipment to get your music done.
Right. And if you only know how to record yourself and you still need it mixed and mastered, I can still provide that service for you. It's just a separate service. At least I don't have to hold your hand while being here to get it done. You know, you can give me the files after.
And it'll all work out, but you'll be seeing those developments roll out. And I'm actually really excited about that. That's part of the figure it the fuck out process.
Yeah.
You know, evolving as a businessman, and things are just going that way. A lot of things are remote. You don't have to have access to everybody. I like being hands-on with people. I'll still be operating that way and doing my old school tactics, but you gotta implement some of the newer school way of doing things too. You gotta evolve so you don't sink. And not that we're sinking or anything like that, but I'm always trying to think ahead of the curve and a way that we can evolve and always get better. It's about that, or else you're staying stagnant if you're not evolving and getting better. So
right. Actually, that's one of my favorite things about me and you going into business with each other is the fact that we were, or still technically in the infant stage of our business ventures, that like we hold each other accountable, but not to a fault where it's like, damn, you did such bad business, I hate you, and we have to separate ways. We're able to like fail. Like shit, you'll tell me, damn, I did this, I shouldn't have made that decision. Or I'll be like, I'll try this, you'll get on board, or I'll get vice versa, I'll get on board with your ideas, we'll try it out. If it's working, it's working. If it doesn't, all right, let's go back to the drawing board. That shit ain't working. Let's try it this way. Entrepreneurship is like we're fucking working eight days out the week.
For real. and
I mean 8 days.
I'm glad
I know there's only 7. But
for real. When you count the sleepless nights, then there's an extra day in there too.
Right. For real. That we magically pull out of our ass and make it happen.
And I'm glad you said that part, man. The accountability in the crew is high. The bullshit is low. Like when I say bullshit, I mean we just talk to each other about disagreements. It's just that simple.
Right.
Like we don't let it stew for ages and ages and let it come back and be some big blow up later.
Right.
And then you want to cut ties with the person. Now you have all this shit to talk about the person. You know?
That's why your legs fucked up, you asshole, you fucking shit.
Yeah, like if anything ever like we already knew that within the ranks. We had some shit to talk like that about each other. So like that's not gonna be no surprise, even if it does get to that point.
Right.
You know, but like we just figure out how to talk to each other and get better. Right. Like there's a lot of partnerships out there in business and stuff like that that just never got to what it could have been because people got into one disagreement, didn't know how to talk and be accountable as men. Because I think as men, that's a big thing. How much, I know it's good that you're tough and you can fight and beat people's asses.
Right.
But how much can you talk through situations and really talk and express your feelings in the right way, in a right way where the message is relayed the right way, they understand it, and they can come back and you don't get offended when they relay it their way.
You would want to do business like that anyways, because that's just how you're going to be able to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, instead of just teetering off and now you're this way, this person went that way, and now y'all just hate each other and, you know what I'm saying, can't do business on like a bad level. Like we might, you know, something happened with us, maybe like, all right, bro, let's just go our separate ways. But it's not like we're leaving like, fuck, I hate that dude, or, you know. And we've been into business with each other for more than just when the studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like longer than 4 years or however long it is.
It's been a while now. And to go that long and there to not be hiccups and for there not to be, we're not saying it's been perfect, but for there not to be these situations where we feel like, oh, the world's over and we need to just
There's been hiccups, but not hiccups between each other where it's like, I don't like the way he's talking to me and this, that, and blah, blah. Like, it's not all that extra bullshit. It's really just like, damn, we just got to get back in the studio.
Yeah.
We got to get this running.
The real hiccups really come from us trying to push each other even more, to do even more, be better or whatever.
Right. The money's a little low right now. We need to figure out how we're going to pay the rent or the Unitil, or how are we going to get the new upgrades, and how are we going to implement shows and get cameras, you know, because it's just the cost of business. So, you know, the fact that we all simply understand, and we're actually understanding of that, where even if we have different locations that we want to go to, we can all literally hop on the same boat and get to the same destination.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we're all doing this business together, but we all have our own business endeavors and stuff. We all got our own goals and aspirations. But we also are very mindful of each other's goals and aspirations. And we actually, at the end of the day, really want each other to win. Shout out to my OG, my grandfather. He was the one who I could sit there and beef with, right? We could have a whole disagreement, beef, and later that day, fuck the next day, later that day, I'm back at his house. And I'm sitting there and I'm pissed off, he's pissed off, and we're sitting there and we're waiting for the right moment to talk it out.
Right.
Sitting there silent, both pissed off, waiting to like, all right, when we're gonna say something to each other, you know?
And you missed that shot.
Yeah. And then eventually we get into a little bullshit conversation about something else, and it's like, yo, okay, I know you didn't like how I said this, but this is why I said it. And I apologize for me saying that. Because at the end of the day, it's not always what you say. 90% of the time, it's how you say it.
That's something I'm constantly working on.
It's the delivery. And shout out to my woman. She keeps me very conscious of my tone. Because, that's when you'll realize you got to have your tone right when you talk to a woman. Because they're even a lot more sensitive and emotional. So they're going to, even your tone's just a little bit off, they're going to catch that shit. You're like, yo, what's good with you?
Right. Why are you talking about that?
Yeah. But you can get away with more of that with dudes amongst men. Like, you might be a little rough and talking. They might not be, all right, whatever. Dude might be feeling some type of way. I don't give a fuck. Like,
right.
We don't.
Fuck him and his bitch ass feelings.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
No.
We're not like so caught up in the tone of things all the time until it gets to a point where like, all right, yo, you trying to be like rah or disrespectful? Like, what's going on,
Yeah.
But it's very interesting, man. I'm very blessed. I'm grateful to have the team we have, be moving forward like we move and figuring it the fuck out. And this is just another testament to that in this episode.
Yeah, let's try that shit out. It's on, figure it the fuck out. Hopefully these microphones work good.
Brah.